So I think you guys all know by now that this is how I start out all my Halloween looks, by tracing out areas where I'm going to be doing something different. Here I'm just sketching out the area where I'm going to make like part of the Dalmatian situation, and it's just easier to do it in white in case you mess up, which I did a few times. But really I'm just drawing like whatever shape, to be honest. Like it really doesn't have to be perfect at all. Next, I'm just going in with my BPerfect Cosmetics Carnival XL Pro palette. It's my favorite palette at the moment, and I'm taking a mix of like all the green shades, to be honest, for the like main shade in the crease. And I just lay that down first, pack on the color, and then I blend it out with a smaller brush. And I took that lime green shade in the palette just to blend out the edges and just make it more gradient looking. I did end up going in with some black just to deepen the crease. I felt like the greens that I had in that palette just weren't dark enough, and I went in really lightly at first and just like slightly swish back and forth, just making sure that it's not too heavy on the eyes. And now I'm just cutting my inner part because it's gonna be a halo eye. I guess it's called cutting the crease, I don't know. But I go in with like a gold shade and I just diffuse the edges again. I go in with some more black to deepen the outer corner, and then I decided to take some glitter, which I honestly kind of regretted doing, but whatever. Now I'm just going in with my Farsali Skintune blur. I really do like this primer. It really just makes my pores like non-existent. And for foundation, I'm taking the ABH foundation, which is my current favorite foundation, like my favorite higher end foundation, because I really have been liking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation as well. And that's like a more affordable, I can't say it's the same thing at all because it's a completely different formula as the ABH one. This is so luminous, and I just felt like Cruella would have like a luminous glow about her, right? I don't know. For concealer, I'm going in with my favorite, my holy grail. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and obviously I'm only taking it on one side and just on my nose and my chin, just to highlight the areas that I want to be a little bit brighter. To blend this out, I'm using my Juno & Co microfiber sponge, by the way, and now I'm just taking the same shades I took on my top lid to on the lower lash line and just blending that out real nicely. I also highlighted my brow bone, which I always forget to do, and I took some inner corner highlight as well. I am using the e.l.f. bronzer, I forgot the exact name of it, to contour, and the Buxom blush. I love this blush so much. It's like Primer-Infused, which I don't know what that means. But then I took some setting spray just so that highlight can pop even more, and I'm taking the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Coco Bling for that, I think. Pretty sure. Now I'm just taking the Mehron white paint, and I'm just going to very carefully but paint that little area that I blocked away earlier. And I take it first on a really small to fine brush to make sure that the edges are like nice and perfect, and then I fill it in later on. This can get pretty patchy, but if you work quickly and make sure it doesn't dry before you're done, it works out pretty well. You just have to make sure that you like don't go over it too many times when it's still wet, if that makes sense. Let it dry and then go over it again if you want to add layers to it. And I'm taking that on the lid as well. Now I'm just outlining that area with the black paint, and this is like really hard because I don't know, I don't do very well with outlining things, so I had to make some parts thicker than others, but whatever, you know, we all make mistakes. I'm just like not very precise when it comes to things like this, and you can see how slow I'm going, so really take your time with this part if you are doing this, because honestly you don't want to go quickly and just have everything mess up. Now I'm using the same black paint to do the spots, the Dalmatian spots. Now these are like not perfect circles. They're like different like ovally shapes and like different weird like kind of circular shapes as well. And then I decided that I wanted to do my eyeshadow, by the way. I don't know why I go so out of order. Like I guess I forgot that I wanted to do my eyeshadow first, but I just basically did the whole thing in black and buffed it out really nicely just to make sure the outer edges were blended. And I did the same thing on the lower lash line. But yeah, just continuing with the spots, I was referencing in actual Dalmatian just to make sure that I kind of had the idea. I thought at first I was gonna look like a cow, to be honest, because like cows have the same kind of spots that aren't like super even, if that makes sense. I just didn't want it to look like a cow. I wanted it to look like a Dalmatian, right? But you just need to do them all in like different kind of shapes that they're not perfect circles at all, and different sizes as well, like medium sizes, small sizes, all completely different sizes. Now I'm just doing some shading on the outer edges just to make it like not so perfect, and I took a black eyeshadow and a fluffy brush just to make it look like more, I guess, cartoonish, three-dimensional, like more realistic, I guess. And I also took like a grayish taupey shade that I've been using a lot in these Halloween looks and did the same thing to make it more of a gradient. Man, my nose contour was so freaking good for this. I don't know why. It was just, it looks so snatched. But I took the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, which by the way, I love. You can customize all these colors and it's so amazing. And I took the black, just the black, and I did it on the Dalmatian side. And I took the red, which I should have made lighter to match more of Cruella's like natural red, because I feel like her red lipstick is like a lot brighter and not as like deep. And then I took some black eyeliner in my waterline, and that's it for this look. I really hope you enjoyed it. This was so much fun to create. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!